Far more Americans are aware of Trump's statement about Taylor Swift than are aware that the Federal Reserve cut the federal funds rate by 50 basis points last week. Jamie Dimon, CEO at JP Morgan, estimated that about 5% of the U.S. population knows about the Fed rate cut, and that may be a little low, in my opinion. Less than 0.5% could provide a definition of federal funds and describe how the Fed's manipulation of that rate impacts interest rates, particularly short maturities like Treasury bills and other short-term fixed coupon securities like CDs, Treasury notes, short-term corporate bonds. I suspect that over 90% of Americans and 100% of teenage girls who will be voting for the first time in 2024 are familiar with the this statement made by Donald Trump. Quote, "I hate Taylor Smith, exclamation point," end quote. All letters are in large caps. What does it say about Donald's maturity level and judgment in making that post? Trump has never matured into an adult, so his truth social message about Swift is just more proof of that conclusion when none is needed. The first question is to ask yourself, why on earth would Trump publish that sentiment to the world? Why not just say something nice about Taylor, how talented she is, what a good role model she is, and compliment her on her many achievements, notwithstanding her endorsement of Harris? That is what a mature person would have done, but Donald was offended that Swift did not lavish praise on him, and consequently, Trump responded in the only way that his reptilian brain can respond to anyone who pricks his fragile ego. A malignant narcissist like Trump, and he checks all the boxes for that diagnosis, can only deal with effusive praise, a willingness by people to believe whatever he says, no matter how preposterous, unquestioned loyalty and servility, no fact checks of anything he says, even when they're obviously demonstrably false, and certainly no criticism of his actions or words. Foreign leaders who want to manipulate Trump know how to do it, as we all do by now. Besides showing again that Trump has the maturity level of a grade schooler, nothing new about that, ask yourself what sane politician in a tight national race for president would make a statement that would only energize Swifties to vote for Harris. If Trump could not say anything positive about Taylor Swift, and that is probably the case after she endorsed Harris, the only sensible course, the only sane one, would have been to say nothing. But his impulsive nature and a lack of any filter existing between his reptilian brain and his mouth required him to tell us that he hated Taylor Swift, exclamation point, all caps. Making that statement about Swift is just another example, another recent example of Trump's really bad judgment. And bad judgment was recently also on display when Trump accused Haitians of stealing and eating people's pets in Springfield, Ohio during a presidential debate. And neither he nor Vance can let it go, but insist on doubling down on that claim that has no factual support that would be admissible in a court. Trump referred to a video during the debate where that did show a woman being arrested for allegedly eating a cat. This was a police body cam of a woman arrested in Canton, Ohio for allegedly eating a cat about 2 months ago. But she was not an immigrant and was born in the United States, something that Trump would not, of course, verify before using that tape, that police cam tape, as his proof about Haitian immigrants legally in the U.S. and residing in Springfield. And then he doesn't apologize for making the statement. He insists on doubling down on it. What would be the odds? And I've been around a long time, and I remember all of these presidents. Dwight Eisenhower, not too much, but I do remember him. Ronald Reagan, Daddy Bush, or Junior Bush, or any other Republican president before Trump making those kind of statements in public, let alone during a presidential debate. I've been watching these debates since JFK squared off with Nixon in 1960, and nothing like that has ever occurred, and nothing even close has occurred like that. The odds are zero that any of the other Republican presidents would have done what Trump gleefully did during the debate. And taking Laura Loomer to the 9/11 ceremony, someone who reposted a video saying 9/11 was an inside job and has propagated just about every conspiracy theory that Alex Jones was famous for, is just another example of exercising extremely bad judgment recently, as was everything he did to interfere with the peaceful transfer of power, including his actions and statements leading up to the assault on the nation's capital on January 6th and refusing to even attend Biden's inauguration, as other presidents have done before him.